Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the heart.
Frickin' what up, dude? Aaron and I just posted up in 2022, dude. Aaron, what's crappin', dude?
What up?
Chillin', dude. Welcome to another episode of History is Dank, dude. Freaking stoked to be recording, dude, in the studio, dude, getting after it with my dog, dude. Dude, hopefully you had a happy, healthy New Year, Aaron.
No.
Yep, exactly. I forgot you put it on social media. You got the vid, dude.
I had COVID, yeah.
Fuck, dude. But now you're feeling good, dude. You're back in the studio. You're back on the sticks and absolutely beasting it, dude. It did not mess with your artistic palate. You know,
No.
your artistic palate's still healthy and good to go. It's freaking badass, dude. I was posting up too, dude. I had a few close contacts, so I didn't go home. I just played it safe, dude. Crushed some freaking dank movies with my dank ass fiance, dude. And I watched a sick ass documentary, dude, because that's what I like to do. I like to watch documentaries. What up, dude? And I watched one on Diego Maradona, dude, and that's who we're covering today, because the dude is an absolute beast. And it made me and my dank ass fiance go, you know what? Maybe we want to join it. Speaking of resolutions, dude, which my New Year's resolution is to just go beast mode on the grill. That's what I want to do. I want to absolutely freaking create the dankest steaks possible and just, really work on my biceps and grill shirtless a lot in the new year. What do you have a New Year's res, Aaron?
I want to drop some weight for sure.
Love that. Yeah. Always, dude. Health, happiness, dankness, dude. Fired up, dude, for you, dude. So fired up, maybe we'll come over and I'll make some freaking dank ass lean flank steaks, dude. Do it right. Get you that protein, dude.
Hell yeah.
Fucking dank, dude. But then my dank ass fiance, we're thinking, speaking of, staying healthy in the new year, joining like a co-ed soccer team. Like, dude, I need to run full speed, dude. As an adult, and I do valet, dude, but I just do the courtesy jog, dude, and score a fat tip, dude. And as soon as I get behind the wall, dude, I'm walking, dude. But I don't remember the last time I ran full speed, dude. When was the last time you ran full speed, Aaron?
I mean, I do it all the time. I play softball, so I'm always...
See, you're a fucking beast. Exactly. Bro, that's why I need to join like a co-ed soccer team or something like that with my fiance so I can run full speed. You know what I mean?
I can help you out with that.
Yeah. Dude, because you operate out here in Burbank. Maybe we got to join a league out here in Burbank. Dude, yeah, text me the freaking sign up or something, dude. I want to get in this league and I want to do some fat headers because right now, honestly, dude, I'm convinced like I couldn't run from a threat. You know what I mean? Like if somebody wanted my wallet or there was a bunch of teenagers who had bad attitudes. This happened to me too. I was just cruising around and there was this electric bike and I was like, just said, oh, that's a sick bike to some teenagers. And they were like, do you want to try it? And I was like, it's like, I don't even fucking have health insurance, bro. I'm like, I don't want to take a dig on that. I got to work tomorrow, So I was like, oh no, I don't want to fall off. And the teenagers go, okay, cool, pussy. Yeah.
Oh.
And what do you do? What do you do as an adult when teenagers call you a pussy, which you shouldn't do? I'm sorry for repeating it now.
No,
my fiance doesn't like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't use that beautiful body part in a derogatory manner. And you shouldn't shame anybody. But the thing is, they're right. They should have called me a little bitch because I am a little bitch. But what can I do? I can't be like, no, you are. Then I'm like an adult yelling at some middle schoolers, dude. Or I have to like beat their ass. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Then I'm an adult beating the ass of some middle schoolers. But here's the thing. I can't even run full speed. I'm not in peak physical shape. They would, not only would they call me, hey, oh, you're not going to ride my electric bike? That's sick that I offered you to do. You turn it down. They call me a pussy. I go, okay, we need to fight. Then they beat me up and they prove it. So it's a complete lose-lose for me, Aaron. I got to start running. That's why I need to play co-ed soccer. It's also why I give teenagers, random teenagers that I see money from I give them my lunch money in advance. So if you do see me out there giving teenagers lunch money or just dollars out of my wallet, it's not creepy. Okay, it's self-preservation. Because I still am a straight white adult male giving teenage boys money out of my wallet. It's not a good look. But I'll tell you, it's self-preservation so they don't beat me up or make fun of me or make me brush my teeth and go to myself, am I a pussy? While I'm gargling scope at night, going to bed at 9:30 p.m. So anyway, dude, I'm getting after it in the new year. And I feel like being able to run full speed, get the body loose and limber so I can, if it does come to something, I can chase them down. They can't get away from me. I think electric bikes go 15 mph. I got to be able to run 15 mph, which I don't know if I could ever do in my prime. I don't know how fast the average human runs. I know Usain Bolt goes like, what, 23?
Yeah, at
like
full speed,
25.
25, but
yeah,
there's
no question
crazy.
I'm 10 miles per hour slower than him, at least. At least this year until I start playing soccer, which honestly, they'll probably make me play goalie. Anyway, dude, speaking of soccer, dude, we got a freaking beast, Diego Maradona, that we're talking about.
Dude, I am unbelievably fired up to talk about Haver Supply right now, dude. My boy Brad's putting out epic lids, dude. Soft, vintage clothing inspired by outdoor living, dude. And let me tell you what, dude. I'm looking to get after it in 2022, dude. And when I'm getting after it, dude, I'm cruising outdoors, so I'm going to need a little protection from the freaking sun, dude, from Apollo's rays, dude. Somebody wearing the OG patch, my Haver OG patch lid at all times, dude. And let me tell you what, dude. Over at Haver Supply, they're putting fun variations on stuff. It's small batch stuff, dude. Sick throwback apparel look, dude. It's freaking dank, dude. So make sure you scoop yours up when you can. Right now, I'm just sporting my OG patch, dude. It's got a little holiday fling on it, dude. Little green, red, blue, dude. Fired up on that thing. So, just looking to get after it in 2022 and looking to protect my dome while I do, dude. So for listeners, you can get 20% off your order with code DANK at checkout. Go to haversupply.com and enter code DANK at checkout for 20% off. That's haversupply.com, code DANK for 20% off at checkout. Dude, we deserve to know what we're putting in our bodies and why. And let me tell you something. Ritual multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with key ingredients your body needs, dude. I'm talking vegan certified, non-GMO, gluten and allergen free, dude. Dank, very dank, dude. And I'm telling you right now, dude, they got a freaking legit delayed release, no nausea capsule design, which fires me up, dude, because I like to feel good about what I'm putting in my rig, dude. And for my listeners that don't know what my rig is, it's my bod, dude. Call it my rig, and I'm really into doing that right now, dude. And I'm really into my ritual right now. I've been taking them for a month, and I take them at night. I mix it up, dude. Previously, I was doing it in the morning. I do it at night now, just right before I'm going to bed, because they got that nice minty taste. It doesn't have that, medicine-y taste or whatever that some other pills do. Just tastes dank, dude, because I like mint, so it's legit. So right now, Ritual's offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months, dude. And it comes like clockwork. I already got my second order, and I'm fired up on it, dude. Just showed up. I was like, perfect timing. So visit ritual.com/dank to start your ritual today.
But he has an especially interesting story because he has crosses with the Mafia, dude. So, Aaron, I wanted to attack this history of Maradona in 3 ways. I want to talk about the city of Naples, which is where he has the biggest impact. Then I want to talk a little bit about the Mafia of Naples. Then I want to talk about this intersection of soccer, Maradona, and the mob a little bit, and sort of what it creates. And you can probably see where it's going. But let's start with the city of Naples, just take a true historical thing. And Naples is a profitable port city dating back to 300 BC. So it's been there a while, dude. This is the Greek city-state, right? So it's important to note that these cities are like city-states, and I think that just continues throughout the era because these soccer rivalries, it's almost like New York having beef with Boston, right? Like Naples has beef with, not the Roman city, but whatever the more fucking popular one that I'm going to tell you about in a little bit, but I forget, like let's just say, for instance, Florence, even though it's not the Florence team, you know what I mean? But that's its own city. Sicily, the island, obviously has its own thing, and we're going to get into mob roots there, but it's Naples is a port city, and it's always been conquered, okay? It was a Greek city-state. It was conquered by the Romans later, hundreds of years later. Then it gets conquered by the Spanish, then by the French under Napoleon, then by the Austrians, later by the Nazi Germany. Then Allied bombing in World War II completely ravishes the city. And sort of just puts it really back in a rebuild stage and kind of give it's looked down upon by the rest of Italy, at least when I was watching this doc, and I think throughout the centuries, to be quite honest, even though fucking pizza was straight up invented there, which is sick.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Thank you. And it's got great culture and good people, and they're loyal people, but the rest of Italy is no, that's the armpit of Italy. Naples sucks, their team sucks. And the mafia there, like they really screwed things up because they were working in like sanitation, and they sort of were corrupt about it. So they'd like illegally dump trash. So it was kind of like gross for a while, in the more modern era. But today it's, it's prosperous, a million inhabitants. People get after it. And that's just basically the big picture that you need to know is Naples is frowned upon by the rest of Italy for a multitude of reasons. But mainly being that they're like, no, the rest of Italy is like, you're not culture, you're not Rome, you're not the capital, you're not Florence, you don't have our architecture, your soccer team sucks, you've got trash. Like, sure, you have a port from back in the day, but you're always getting conquered. And why? Why are they always getting conquered? Well, one, they're a port, so it's good access for trade and everything to North Africa and Mediterranean Sea, everything that you need to get to. So why mafia? You think when you think mafia, what do you think? You think Italian gangsters, fedoras, Godfather. Am I right?
Yep.
It's what pops into your now. You're thinking De Niro. You're thinking Pacino. Pesci. Thank you. And you always hear about them, the Sicilian mob, and that's rightfully so because Sicily is a prime example and one of the oldest. Although the Naples mafia is one of the oldest mafias in existence. But Sicily is a great example to start here for our sort of chapter on mafia history and the roots and why these mobs develop. Sicily is separated from the mainland of Italy, so Italian other allies couldn't really easily help them from the mainland. They sort of, and they have a long history of foreign invasions as well, like Naples did, the Phoenicians, the Romans, the Arabs, the French, the Spanish. So what would they do? They would form small groups to protect themselves from hostile occupying forces, dude. So also other regional Sicilian groups. So there's also interbattling on the island itself. But these families, right, these groups later became known as clans or families, right? They developed their own system of justice and retribution and carrying out actions in secret. So they're basically small private armies, and they were known as, in the Italian word, Mafie, M-A-F-I-E. And they took advantage of these violent, frequently chaotic conditions in Sicily. It's tough. The government's probably, being overthrown, and then there's a constant change. And when things aren't quite set in, you can get away with a little bit more. And although I guess you could say the genesis of the Mafia was quite benevolent for self-protection and, protecting one's home, they quickly turn to extorting for protection of money, right? They go, oh, we did a good job protecting you, but, we kind of want payment for that. And they're like, but there's no threat right now. But they're like, well, there could be a threat, and we could make sure that you do get that threat. So you bet if I can pay us our fucking money. So that's how things kind of went down a little bit later. And then you get mafia, right? And you get these collection of criminal clans or families as we know them today. So mafia came from a sort of slang word of a mixture of Sicilian and Arabic expression that meant acting as a protector against the arrogance of the powerful. So that's what mafia truly means, acting as a protector against the arrogance of the powerful. Now, the Godfather himself sounds like he might be pretty arrogant. In fact, the word mafioso did not refer to someone who was a criminal, but rather a person who was suspicious of central authority. So just kind of a fun little dive down into the history of mafias and forming. And it's broad, but you get the big picture. Once again, we're cruising through today. We're going to get you wherever you got to get today on freaking Today's Ep, and I'm fired up about it, baby. We're firing on all cylinders, baby. So now let's get back to Naples. The mob in Naples is the Campanaya, or Camorra. The Camorra is the regional Campanaya mafia group. It's concentrated around Naples, dude. And they're involved in such fun activities as counterfeit money, money laundering, drug trafficking, racketeering, illegal waste disposal, and political corruption. Just some classic good shit, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just a good old-fashioned mob here, dude. But they do get involved into a little bit of perhaps soccer player purchasing soon. So like I mentioned, this is the 80s, dude. They're doing illegal trash dumping. You know, they're supposed to be running this for the city. They said, don't worry, we're the family. We're going to protect you. We'll take care. We work in sanitation. You know, we know what we're doing. We're going to get rid of stuff. But they dump illegally. They're just because the way things are working and the way that the Camorra mob is set up it's like it sort of has like horizontal structuring. It's composed of independent groups that are not bound to each other by ritual or family ties, like sort of other mobs have that. So that it's instead a system of checks and balances. For this reason, it's difficult to eliminate and it's also prone to internal conflict. So that's probably why you have this sort of not exactly efficient sanitation going on and other things. And there's probably hits taking place, very crime-ridden, Naples and Deity probably wasn't the safest place. And there's approximately 7,000 members in this mob. So it's a lot. It's a beast. It's tough to manage. And when everyone's trying to, wet their beak, it becomes even more difficult. So they're like, look, our city's fucked. We got sanitation everywhere. There's what's it called? Disarray within our own ranks. We need something to go down here. So the heads of the Camorra family, they see an opportunity. And this is honestly, at the time, all denied. But since this doc's come out, there's been stuff that's proven and the ties are all in there. Great doc to watch. But at the time, I could get whacked for saying something like this. Whacked for saying something like this. Back in the 80s, if I was in Naples, eating myself a nice slice of pizza, and then just probably littering it on the ground like an absolute savage. One time I went to traffic court and someone was in there for littering and the judge showed that person no mercy. The judge was like, "You littered? Are you kidding me? Why did you litter? There are trash cans everywhere. Where did you litter?" And like the judge was like, "No, where in the city? I live in the city. Where?" They're like, "Santa Monica, La Brea." It's like, there's like 8 trash cans there. You will do community service. You will go pick up trash now. It's like, damn, I felt bad for that person. It looked like that was like, wasn't the only thing that was going wrong in that person's life. Hopefully things are turning around. Anyway, I was in there for running one of those red light traffic tickets, dude. And I lied. I'll say that. I'll put that on the radio now. Because I was wearing my work shirt. And I was like, "Oh yeah, buddy was borrowing my car. It wasn't me, but it looks like me." And then the photo was like very clearly me. And the judge was like, "Yeah, it looks a lot like you. You sure?" I was like, "Huh?" The judge was like, "Just get out of here." Just threw it out.
Well, all those have been thrown out in L.A.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was the only reason why. It wasn't like being nice or like I think the judge was just like, "Look, they have a full courtroom. I got to get through this. It's only like 8:15. This selfish moron's lying to me right now." It's like, he's like, "I get lied to all the time." He's like, "Just get out of here. Get out of my face." He's like, "You're so lucky you didn't fucking litter." Anyway, dude, let's talk about Maradona now. I'm very excited to talk about Maradona. The dude's a beast, dude. He's jacked. He's a wizard on the pitch from a young age. He immediately qualifies for the juniors. First of all, he's born full name Diego Armando Maradona. You have to say his name with a lot of praise, Maradona, because he's like a god in Naples. Born October 30th, 1960 in Lanús, Buenos Aires, Argentina. And he died somewhat recently on November 25th, 2020. Rest in peace. He's a baller from a young age, dude. He comes from a big family, I think 5 siblings. He gets put on the junior team, moves into it. The Argentinian government puts him up in an apartment in Buenos Aires. His whole family moves in with him. So he's basically like, his father's a hardworking man, but, works a blue collar job, doesn't make much, but works hard. His mother's raising the children, probably works herself. And he's taking the family on his shoulders at this point. They're going, "Look, so he's got a lot on his plate from a young age, a lot of stress going on. But once he gets on the pitch, Aaron had said he's touched by the hand of God. In fact, that's what one of his biggest moments came in the 86 World Cup when he goes for a header and it's clearly like a handball, but the ref doesn't see it because the angle, but on replay you see it and he kind of misses with his head, but it touches his hand and goes in. But no one cared because the call was missed and it was just well, that was the ruling, and they just called it the hand of God. So it's look it up on YouTube. It's a insane play. But dude, he's stout, jacked legs, bro. You look at his legs, they're like fucking little mini oak trees, dude. He's got this sick ass haircut that my fiance hates when it gets too long in the back. But I'm like, I want my Maradona flow. I want my Maradona flow. She's like, we got to take engagement photos. I'm like, fuck, good call. Can I just buzz it? Also, I want to address that, I'm not buzzing it for the rainforest. I do care about the Amazon, but I'm just not as brave as Chad and JT. And, my work would get upset if I went with a butt cheek, a butt head look to work, at the hotel. Mm-hmm. Might affect my tips and, trying to feed my dog. Anyway, dude, back to Maradona. He's an absolute beast, bro. He kind of has beef with the Argentinian soccer program because they don't let him play like in his first World Cup. But he dominated like in 1982, I think it was. But he dominates in the 86 World Cup. They win it. He's playing for FC Barcelona. They win the Spanish Cup in 83. And like he gets injured a little bit, and he signed the biggest contract at the time, but he's beefing with the Spanish club and the owners and stuff, and he's got like a new contract coming up, and he's like, deuces, I'm out. And then he goes to Naples. And you have to understand, I just explained Naples to you. You have Juventus, you have FC Milan, or AC Milan. You have really good clubs in Italy. And he was playing for Barcelona. We've all heard of that. You don't even follow soccer. You know what Barcelona. He's playing for the best club in the world. Maybe he goes to the Premier League and plays for Manchester or something like that. No, he goes to the Italian league, which is a solid league, but it's like maybe the third best league. And then he plays for the worst team in that league, in the worst city, which is covered in trash, in debt, and they somehow have the money to pay, at the time, the highest contract in the history of sports to Diego Maradona. They buy him. Where does this money come from? They were saying like then the FC wanted more like transfer fees, and the citizens of Barcelona or of Naples wanted him so bad that they like sold some building, like they cleaned up an old building like quicker than they've ever seen, and like raised a couple $100,000 to give to transfer fees to the FC Barcelona club, which is a dirtbag move by them, so they could get Maradona.
Dude, have you ever just wanted to do something epic, like, you know, drop in on an 8-foot half pipe wearing no shirt, you know, freaking just absolutely go beast mode on the grill, you know what I'm saying? Just be able to just eyeball those steaks or burgers and know when they're ready to be flipped. I dream of stuff like that every single day. And when I'm having that dream, dude, I'm posted up with no shirt on and wearing a sick lid, and it's a Haver Supply lid, dude, and I've got it on backwards, sometimes forwards, depending on what time of day it is. Maybe if I'm at the grill, you know, it's noon, and so I've got the lid on forwards. Anyways, what I'm saying is, dude, Haver Supply is the lifestyle brand tailored to the adventurer, surfer, wanderer, traveler that exists in all of us, dude. And it's the right type of look. It's the right type of feel. When I put it on, I'm immediately stoked. I keep it in my car because I'm always on the go, dude. Put it on when I'm on the G course with my boys, dude. You know, just getting nothing but double bogeys, but I'm having a good time and looking good while I'm doing it, dude. You know, if I'm cruising to a bonfire with the bros, Chad and JT, you know I've got my lid on day or night. So just feeling right, feeling tight, dude. So I'm just telling you right now, scoop up your Haver lid, dude, because they come in small batches, dude. They release these hats to fit your dome in style. And they've always got 6 styles coming out, dude. I love the OG patch. It's what I like to go with, dude. But honestly, dude, what it looks good on you is not maybe look good on me, dude. But what helps you do that is by getting sick traps and lats and working on your upper girdle. So I'll work out in this hat too, dude. I sweat in it and it still freaking holds up. It's durable, dank materials, dude. So fire it up, dude. Get yours now, dude. So for listeners, you can get 20% off your order with code DANK at checkout. Go to haversupply.com, enter code DANK at checkout for 20% off. That's haversupply.com, code DANK for 20% off at checkout. Treat yourself, dude. Dude, we deserve to know what we're putting in our bodies and why, especially when it comes to something we take every day. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin is formulated with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms your body can actually use. And I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm taking the Ritual men's multivitamin, and I'm taking it at night. That's when I've got my Ritual, and I'm fired up on that, dude. I'm fired up on just, you know, it comes in a clear bottle, dude. The pills are clear. You know, you read the literature from Ritual, dude. It'll let you know exactly what's going into your rig, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm extra fired up on taking this multivitamin because there's this dude, Ron, at work that just brags about the vitamins that he takes. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, I take this at freaking, you know, lunch, and I take this. And he's taking 1 billion pills, dude. I'm like, look, dude, I got my Ritual. I take it when I go to bed. I feel legit. I know what I'm putting in my rig, dude. It's vegan certified, non-GMO, gluten-free, and gluten and allergen-free, dude. And the delayed release, no nausea capsule design really gets me stoked because I've been burnt in the past by some other multivitamins. Honestly, I'm taking this one. I'm not feeling a thing, dude. I'm just feeling legit. So I'm fired up on it. And I love bragging to my GF that it's transparently sourced ingredients, dude. She gets stoked on that, dude. You know, she gets stoked knowing that I'm doing good for me, and I'm doing good for the earth, dude. And I'm doing good for, you know, just having a stoked mentality, dude, because, you know, you find that stoke within, then you put it out. So I'm just fired up on that right now. And the fact that it gets delivered straight to my door, and I've got it set up, dude, to you know, as soon as I run out, dude, it's like, that next bottle's already there for me. So it's super convenient, super easy. So, dude, I would recommend freaking just getting your ritual on today, dude. Add this to your ritual, dude, of Stoke. So get key nutrients without the BS. Ritual's offering my listeners to 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/dank to start your ritual today. That's ritual.com/dank for 10% off during your first 3 months.
And then the first question they ask him in this press conference, they're like, Maradona, do you understand? Like, you know, he's Spanish speaking, grew up in Argentina, and he's speaking Italian. Like, do you understand, like, what are you familiar with the Camorra family? And Diego's just kind of like, huh? And then the owner of the Naples team, like, immediately steps in. He's like, disrespectful, get the hell out of here, and, like, kicks the press guy out of here. And he's like, get out of here. And
don't blow up our shit.
yeah, exactly. And then basically from here, you can guess what happens. You know, Maradona starts partying, doing a little blow ski, hanging out. He has a long-time love, then has a fair. There's a whole part where he has a kid out of wedlock. He denies knowing the kid, but he later does come around and, you know, ends up saying, yes, this is my son, and, you know, gives him the proper support and everything that he needs. But, you know, he wasn't exactly a stellar person at that moment in time. But here's the thing. He was not a person. He was a god, Aaron, in Naples. He turns that club around. They win 2 Italian championships. They win like the whole fucking thing. The worst team takes them to like pure dominance, basically doing it alone. You know, there's some solid players on the roster, but like it's all Maradona. Like he scores the record, like 11 goals in one season, like sets the record, just pure domination, pure willpower. You know, obviously fueled up by a little bit of blowski, baby. And, just basically goes like when they win that championship, like, dude, everything shuts down. The streets shut down. Like Maradona couldn't go anywhere. Like he's truly like people are like praying and like there's like grown men crying in the streets of like, oh yeah, Maradona. I'm like, dude, like it means so much to the people of the city. It's pretty unbelievable, dude. And then, you know, obviously like, yeah, dude, the mob money ended up going and getting them, and it ended up turning around the economy in the city. People came to watch the games. People came to do stuff. Dude, people would like, they would cut in the documentary, like you hear people in the stands, like they would sing these like full out like written songs about how like it would be like, imagine going if like in Boston, the fans all memorized a song about how like people from New York were like dirty and gross and smelled like trash. That's literally what the songs are when the opposing fans like from Juventus come. And or like when the Naples team goes and plays in Juventus, they like call their fans like trash. It's insane. So you can be like, why are people crying? You're like, well, it is more personal. It's just more personal over there. And that's sort of what makes the game beautiful. And you know, part of beauty is fleeting and ephemeral. And that's what happened with Maradona. You know, he ended up getting in trouble, testing positive for coke, kicked out for a while, got traded back to another team, like back in Argentina, played a little bit there and ended up fizzling out. But honestly, they say he could be, and he is in the conversation for greatest players of all time. Diego Maradona. And I didn't even know who the guy was until I watched this documentary. So I'm fired up to impart that knowledge, dude. By the way, he was paid $10.48 million at that time. That was in like 82 or something like that. Highest contract ever. So it's sick, dude. The Mafia, basically, like, they ran his merchandising. They said there's like the article, like, they made his agent an offer he couldn't refuse. Classic. No, we'll handle that for you. No, you're going to want help. You're going to want help. So it's pretty amazing, dude. Anyway, wanted to share that. Like I said, we're keeping it fucking high and tight, baby. I'm fired up. Let's do a few cues and bone out of here. What do you say, Aaron? Or do you got any questions about Naples or Maradona or anything? Or do you got any knowledge to share, dude? I know you're a beast.
I mean, he was in I respect a guy who played in short shorts, I guess is what I was going to say.
It's a good move. I do like that. And if you had legs like his, I'm surprised he wasn't playing in a banana hammock. That's what I'd be playing in a thong, dude. I guess maybe it helps him slide. I mean, I guess he's got shin guards, you know. That's what I would be doing. I'd be playing in a thong if I was him, dude. So yoked, dude. Lower extremities, dude. I'm sure he was very skilled at boning as well. You know, he seems like a dude. I feel like all soccer players are a little bit selfish, probably only like doggy style. I'd go on the record saying that premier, like if you sign a contract over $10 million, I think you expect doggy style. I think I could go ahead on the record saying that. Anyway, let's do a few questions here. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's probably how these guys are. Doggy style's tight. You know? You know what Amazon style is? I just learned this the other day.
No.
It's where the dude puts his knees up by his ears, and then the lady pile drives him with a strap on. Like, it looks like a pile driver.
No,
just learned about this.
No thanks.
Yeah. Not for me, but, you know, you get some of that Kimura family cocaine, win a championship or two. You might be up for Amazon style. All right, dude, Strider, what up? I recently discovered your pod and have been crushing your eps ever since. I'm a Marine. What up? Legit, thank you. So I get pretty stoked when I hear you mention the Marine Corps. Love the Marine Corps, dude. While an overview of the Corps' long and illustrious history would make a pretty tight ep, I'd like to suggest a more focused chapter of our history. Oh, here we go. A suggestion. Love this. Lieutenant Presley O'Bannon and his Dank squad of Marines at the shores of Tripoli. It's a tale that involves pirates, hostages, United States Marines, mercenaries, pan-desert expeditions to shores of Tripoli, trophy swords, a night raid on a ship, and more. If you do want to do an ep about this, I'd definitely be willing to help out the research and definitely details. Thanks for an awesome pod. Rob. That sounds like an amazing episode, dude. I know that's in the song, like, there's a Marine scene from the shores of Tripoli to, I think that was the first battle the Marines were ever in, even before the War of 1812. So I'm fired up to hear on that, dude. So I think that's definitely going to have to be a future ep. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for your friggin' beast mode service, dude. Marines first and last out. Got a correction here on the Gunslinger ep, Aaron. Here we go. This is from YouTube, Alex USA. Strider, my dog, you're my boy, and I love your podcast, but sometimes your research is vague and incomplete/incorrect. Hurts to hear the truth sometimes. Billy the Kid wasn't hired by the ranch hands of John Tunstall. He was the ranch hand and helped form the Regulators. Okay, there we go. Other ranch hands of the Tunstall groups. Okay. The Pat Garrett bit was also a little rough, to say the least. I do remember that. I was like, what? Aaron, you asked me, like, was his first name Pat? I was like, Sheriff Garrett. You're like, was that Pat Garrett? I was like, yeah, maybe. So it is Pat Garrett.
Yeah.
The fun fact, Pat Garrett called Billy the Kid Little Casino, and Billy called him Big Casino on the account they used to gamble together before Pat became sheriff. Also makes sense why he knew his voice when he tried to speak Spanish. It's like these guys were all gambling together, dude. You know what I'm saying? If I heard my boy just saying, you got to hit on that. Sorry, dude, the book says you got to hit. I'd know his voice if he even said Que Paso. All right, let's do a cue, dude. Strider, what up? Dude, my New Year's resolution is getting jacked calves. What's yours, Frank? Amazing. I mean, I already told you mine's to get beast mode on the grill. I want to grill shirtless. I want to get a sick-ass tan, which means I want to work on my traps, my delts, my bis, and my tris, of course, and probably my forearms. And maybe now that Aaron brought it up, I do want to wear short shorts. When I join my co-ed team with my Dank fiance, I will be wearing short shorts. So that's my resolution, and I'll be in shin guard, so I won't be worried about my calves, but I respect your calf journey. Difficult muscle to build up, the gastrocnemius. So get after it. You know, I think it's all about pause, constant, pressure on that muscle, but be safe doing it and stretch out ahead of time. Don't want to tear an Achilles. Aaron, you already mentioned your resolution, getting healthy.
Yeah.
Fired up on that, dude. Fired up on a quick hitter beast mode ep right here, dude. I'm kind of liking this pace, Aaron. You know what I'm saying, dude?
It was swift.
Yeah, we're swift.
We're Usain Bolt of podcasts.
Thank you, dude. And I did mention I do need to run. You know, I want to run fast. I'm like, growing up, my biggest fear was like, oh, I was going to get like murdered, like a serial killer would want to get me. It's like, no, I'm a straight white kid who lives in like a suburban neighborhood. Nobody gives a fuck about me, not even my parents. And so it's just hubris. You know what I mean, dude? Like, I was like, oh, a killer's going to pop out of my closet and get me. Like, no, dude. Now my biggest fear is just a group of middle schoolers. They're vicious. It's a vicious age. They're vulnerable. They have a lot of pain going on, growing pains. They're asking themselves, who am I? So they've got defenses up. They will take you down. And they know how to do it great. So, yeah, my new nightmare scenario is just running into a group of middle schoolers looking to, pick on me. That's why I carry cash. Have something to give them. That's my advice. Have something to give these middle schoolers. You know, I'd recommend vape products, but I don't like vaping. I don't want to augment and, you know, their bad habits. I'd say take some cash, put this in an IRA, and then go, what, bitch? And I'd go, I'm sorry. I said, do you want me to buy you guys some IPAs? They go, no, we don't drink yet. We're not in high school. I go, okay, yeah, good call, don't drink. And then I would just jog to my car instead of sprint. But if I'm fast, maybe that's what I need to do. And you can run just straight. I can spot them with my HD tactical lenses, and just immediately run to my car so they can't catch me. Or even, like, I can't even come in contact with them. That's the move.
I mean, I think if they say, we don't drink yet, I'd just be like, that's right, little bitch.
Yeah, that's such a good call. I'll be like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home and get myself a nice little tasty buzzing game. Fucking losers, dude. Good call, Aaron, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm stoked again, dude, and I'm stoked on another ep, dude. Also, I started a little Patreon, so check it out. It's just Strider Wilson. And I put a new website up, historyisdank.com. I bought the domain, so I'm fired up on that. If you want to cruise there, it's just links to the episodes and stuff like that, and the Patreon if you guys want to straight up be patrons of the arts, because that'd be sick, especially my arts. And, you know, also I'm going to put some content on there and shit, like some fun facts and stuff. So check it out. Fire it up. And as always, questions, comments, suggestions, StriderWilsonTreads@gmail.com, dude. Alrighty, late.